Hello my friends, and welcome back to Free English Practice. In today's session, we will learn and repeat 200 sentences about school, homework, studying, and university life. We'll do this in 3 parts. Part 1 is for beginners. The sentences are simple and clear. Part 2 is for intermediate learners. The sentences are a little bit longer and more detailed. Part 3 is for upper intermediate learners. The sentences sound more natural and academic. After I say a sentence, I want you to shadow me. That means you repeat the sentence out loud, copy my pronunciation, and practice speaking. This will help you improve your listening, speaking, and memory all at the same time. Are you ready? Let's begin with Part 1, Beginner Level. I go to school every day. My school is big. My teacher is kind. I sit at a desk. I read my book. I write in my notebook. I listen to the teacher. I ask questions in class. I do my homework every night. Homework helps me learn. I use a pen. I use a pencil. I bring my lunch. I eat with my friends. The bell rings. I study English. I study math. I study science. I like history. I draw in art class. I play in the playground. I run with my friends. I learn new words. I read a story. I write sentences. I spell the words. I learn slowly. I learn every day. My teacher helps me. My classmates are friendly. I raise my hand. I give an answer. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I try again. I bring my homework to school. The teacher checks it. I get a good mark. I feel happy. Sometimes homework is hard, but I don't give up. I like learning. I want to be smart. I listen carefully. I speak clearly. I repeat words. I practice every day. I write slowly. I read loudly. I use my dictionary. I ask my teacher for help. I learn new grammar. I copy sentences. I check my work. I correct my mistakes. I get better. I like English class. I like school. School is important. Learning is power. I want to be good at English. I dream big. I want success. School helps me grow. Homework helps me learn. I believe in myself. Okay, now let's move to the next level. The sentences will be a little longer. Listen carefully and try to shadow with me. I go to school every morning to learn new things. My school is small, but it feels comfortable. I sit at my desk and open my book. I listen carefully when my teacher speaks. I raise my hand when I want to answer. Sometimes I am correct and sometimes I make mistakes. Every evening I sit at my desk to do my homework. Homework is not always easy, but it helps me learn. I write with my pencil and I erase mistakes. My backpack carries my books and lunch every day. At lunchtime, I sit with my friends in a cafeteria. We eat together and talk about school. After lunch, the bell rings and we return to class. In English class, I read short stories and practice speaking. In math class, I solve simple problems on the board. In science class, I learn about animals and the earth. I like art class because I can draw. During break time, I run and play outside with friends. At home, I read slowly and try to understand the words. I practice writing sentences to make my English better. I sometimes ask my teacher when I don't understand. My teacher is kind and helps me learn. I feel happy when I get a good mark. Sometimes homework is difficult, but I keep trying. I use my dictionary to learn new words. I repeat words many times. I check my work before I give it to the teacher. I correct my mistakes and try again. I learn something new every day at school. My classmates are friendly and we help each other. I practice reading loudly to improve my speaking. I believe every small step helps me learn English. I copy sentences from the board to remember better. When I study, I sometimes say the words out loud. I want to speak English clearly and with confidence. School gives me the chance to grow every day. Education is important because it opens doors in life. I know English will help me in the future. One day I want to go to university and study. I dream of finishing school and achieving success. Mistakes are part of learning. So I am not afraid when I study hard. I feel proud of myself. My family supports me and tells me to do my best. I enjoy new words and use them in class. Practice every day makes me stronger in English. I feel proud when I understand my teacher's words. Each class teaches me something useful for my life. Reading stories helps me learn more vocabulary. The more I read, the more confident I feel. The more I write, the better I become. I like English because I can speak with people worldwide. Math teaches me how to think carefully and clearly. Science makes me curious about the world around me. History shows me stories from the past. Art lets me be creative and express myself. School teaches me to be polite and respectful. I learn to listen when others are speaking. I learn to share and work with classmates. School is not only about books but also about life. Studying will help me follow my dreams. I want to get good grades and make my family happy. Homework may be hard, but it helps me improve. I trust myself to learn step by step. Every day I get a little better at English. I believe practice is the key to success. Learning makes me feel strong and confident. My friends and I sometimes study together after school. We help each other and share ideas. School brings me closer to my future dreams. Every day at school is another chance to grow. Okay, now let's move to the next level. The sentences will be a little longer. Listen carefully and try to shadow with me. I usually study for 1 or 2 hours after school. Sometimes I feel tired, but I know homework is important. When I finish my assignments, I feel proud. I keep my notes organized in different folders. I often highlight important information in my books. I like to use flashcards to remember new words. Studying with a friend makes learning easier. We quiz each other before exams. I try not to study at the last minute. Preparing early helps me feel confident. Sometimes I study in the library because it is quiet. At home, I sit at my desk and turn off my phone. I need silence to focus. Well, my teacher gives me homework almost every day. I do math exercises, reading tasks, and writing practice. Sometimes I also prepare short presentations. I practice speaking in front of the mirror. It helps me improve my confidence. I read English articles online to learn new vocabulary. I sometimes watch videos with subtitles. This makes learning fun. At school, we have group projects. Working in a team teaches me cooperation. Sometimes we disagree, but we learn to solve problems at university. Life is different from high school. Students have more freedom but also more responsibility. Professors do not check homework every day. They expect students to be independent. Many students live in dormitories. Dorm life is fun but sometimes noisy. Some students cook together in shared kitchens. Others eat in the cafeteria. University has clubs and activities for students. Joining a club helps you make friends. Many students work part-time jobs. They must balance study and work. Time management becomes very important. Students sometimes stay awake until late at night. They drink coffee to stay awake. Exams can be stressful, but planning ahead reduces stress. I write a study timetable before exams. I follow it carefully. I also take short breaks. Breaks help me stay fresh. When I pass a test, I celebrate with friends. We go out for pizza or coffee. Success feels good when you work hard. Failure is not the end. Failure is a chance to try again. Teachers and professors encourage us to learn from mistakes. Learning is a long journey. We must be patient with ourselves. Sometimes studying is difficult, but it is always worth it. Education opens doors to the future. I want to study abroad one day. Meeting international students is exciting. We share cultures and ideas. Studying is not only about grades. It is about growth, confidence and knowledge. My goal is to enjoy learning every day. Homework, projects, and exams are part of this journey. I am ready for the challenge. I will keep learning step by step. Knowledge will guide me to success. At university, managing your time effectively is essential. Okay, you have just practiced 200 sentences about studying, homework, school, and university life. We started with simple beginner sentences, then moved to intermediate and upper intermediate. By shadowing these sentences, you improved your listening. You improved your speaking and memory at the same time. Remember, practice every day is the key to progress. Even 10 minutes of shadowing can make a big difference in your fluency. So go back, listen again, and repeat until the sentences feel natural. Thank you so much for joining me today in this episode. This is Free English Practice, and I'm Eddie. Until next time, keep studying, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.